Even if you never played the game, the influence of Dungeons & Dragons is all around us. The popularity of fantasy genres in TV and movies, the architecture of video games, even your social media profile. So when we talk about disruptors and innovators, D&D's co-creators belong on that list. Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson.
I mean, he did for games what Einstein did to physics.
Gary made the difference between being a cool thing that you did with the guys in Minneapolis do this thing and nobody else had ever heard of it, and everybody in the world's heard of it.
But as the game took off in the late 70s and early 80s, family bonds were strained, friendships betrayed, and relationships destroyed. And so you have to ask, what is the cost of realizing the American dream?
Once Gary decided that his ship had come in, there was nothing that was going to stand in the way of that.
It's very difficult when people call you a god not to believe that you aren't a god.
It kind of got to be two separate camps, the Gygaxes and the Blooms, is really how it kind of got to be.
The trouble happens when it becomes about money and not about, boy, are we having a great time doing this.
The company was having nothing but trouble. Nothing but arguing and trouble and money problems, and I called it the snake pit.
My dad didn't know the depth of his future opponent.
Talk about rags to riches to rags again. That's exactly what happened.
I think we had too many people talking and no one doing any listening. And it's a goddamn shame.
That was Camelot. And Camelot came tumbling down.
I'm Adam Turner.
And I'm Paul Stormberg.
You're listening to When We Were Wizards, an oral history of Dungeons & Dragons, a 10-episode limited series podcast beginning summer 2022.